So some of the statistics are quite interesting. Over the 3.5 decades I've been involved, growth of franchising has tended to run around 8 to 10%. It's a bit lower at the moment. There's a bit of squeeze in the economy, so it's reflected. But the truth is, it far out accelerates traditional business growth. In the late 80s at Harvard, they did a study on business growth. So that's where the concept of those trees comes from that I showed you. And I suppose what I'll do is refer to that from the point of view of the cycles that are involved, because although business grows over time and people expand and build multiple outlets, corporate outlets and so forth, the fact is there are elements about that which take time. So the average business, before it gets to the stage of having, number one, proved itself, number two, being profitable, number three, perhaps enough of an organisation to have a handful of staff and so forth, and allow the owner to maybe have a holiday or two, the reality is it doesn't expand into multiple outlets till it's about 18 years old. So about 18 years to get to that stage. What the team concluded at Harvard was one way you can accelerate that is franchising, because it's literally a shortcut, though the term shortcut perhaps implies you're cutting things out. That's not the case at all. It's a much simpler and quicker way to replicate your business. So those are the pertinent steps. So basically this is the formula that they determined. It's very interesting reading, and most people recognise where they're at. Most people are on the success stage, particularly if they're here at Blueprint. They're investigating better ways to run their business. But getting to that takeoff stage really is the challenge. And then, of course, businesses get to the mature stage, and that becomes a problem. A lot of businesses at the moment, with the digital change, haven't reacted. So probably 80% of businesses, and franchises would be similar percentage, actually I think are way behind the times and need to have a bit of a revolution to survive over the next decade. What's missing off of there is the sixth step, which basically is demise. Because the last year alone, 55,000 small businesses closed. And it's a statistic that's pretty scary, but it's fairly consistent. Small business generally is a very high risk area. So when we look at to be a successful business, you need to have these key elements in place. So I'm not really alerting you to things you're not aware of, but just to remind that you need to tick these boxes really well if you're going to grow your business, because otherwise you run the risk of really having a half-prepared machine. It's a bit like having a Grand Prix car, and if you haven't got it really tuned properly or haven't got the right tyres on, you'll never get to the starting grid. And it's a little bit the same when it looks at business. So